Hey, we're going to talk about inbox setting on your Wix website. Again, in the website settings or the Wix settings, you can find your inbox settings that'll help you communicate with your audience or communicate with your visitors a lot better. So with that being said, we're just going to hop right into it. Let's go. Boom. So when you go to settings, you'll see settings right here on the left side of your left side menu on your Wix Studio. You want to go to inbox settings. Once you click settings, you'll see inbox settings right here. Go ahead and click that. Boom. You see we have multiple tabs: notifications, channels, emails, profile, and team, automation. All of these are different tools and different ways you can communicate with your team. And these are the settings that you want to set up now before you actually start to build out your site. So we're going to give an overview of these settings so you can get started, right? So email notification, it's going to notify you when certain things happen, when certain triggers happen on your website. Make sure you have your email address, whichever one's that's the admin. Make sure you have that email address ready to receive emails when you get a notification. You get desktop notifications. You could turn this on if you are a streamer or something like that. I don't urge you turn this on, especially if you are getting notifications to the actual platform you're streaming on, because you don't want, just like now, you're recording live and then a notification pops on your screen that disrupts your live. So again, you want to kind of keep that in mind. And mobile notifications, you can turn on mobile notifications as well. But more than anything, you can, not even more than anything, but you can also invite people to these notifications. So you can essentially, once you grow your brand to the status of a team, like you have a team of people and you know, okay, you have an admin person or you have a salesperson, they can be notified to their email on certain triggers that happen on your website. So you kind of see where I'm going here. Like if you have a blog person, they might be notified when their scheduled post happened. Or if you have a salesperson, like, hey, they might be notified when a sale happens. So that, again, for them, that would trigger like, okay, this sale happened, we need to fulfill it. So again, it's just working with a team as you grow your business, as you go from being all of the hats and starting to delegate tasks out to multiple hats. You want to invite people for the notification. We're going to kind of get more into that in a second. So then you have channels. Like these are different channels that you can set up for your inbox. So again, a lot of this is back-end stuff. It's very, very important. Back-end information, back-end settings that you want to set up now makes it a lot easier. So you can essentially set your site up with a Wix chat. I don't urge this unless you have a call center team or something like that that is ready to chat with people 24/7 or whenever your hours of operation are. Or if you have an AI that you probably program to chat with people, or if you just have an automated message that when somebody chats, it automates a message like, hey, we're going to get back to you as soon as we can. Or it might even have them fill out a form. So again, you can work this in multiple different ways, but again, you can go to your Wix chat settings here and set all of that up however you want to. I'm not going to go into the chat settings because that's going to go in a totally different part of settings that we're not going to go into, but you know you can get there through your Wix settings, right? Again, you can connect your Facebook page, your Instagram business page, your WhatsApp business page, your business phone number, your Wix. Of course, you can manage your Wix forms and see the submissions. So when somebody submits, like, hey, I'm interested in working with you through a form, it'll show you. You can click here and see all your submissions, right? And see how many forms that you have. Again, setting a lot of this up in the beginning is very, very important, because when you build out your site, now when people interact with your site, it'll go to the proper channels where you can communicate with your audience. So let's say you're solely on Facebook Messenger. You're always on Facebook Messenger. You might have Instagram business and WhatsApp business. Well, that's your communication channel, so you can always be looking for communications through those channels. So hopefully that makes sense. I think it makes sense. And then we can go into email. Again, similar to before, Email is just setting up, you set up your email address, and it will send it to the email address that you set up. It's really that simple, right? You can set up your outgoing email. So when you email from the actual website, you can set up those outgoing email settings here. So again, example being like you can have it set for your profile name. So if you have team members on your page, like Chris at Digital REM, or Joe at Digital REM, or Jane at Digital REM, it will have their profile name instead of the business name. Or you can have business and website name, right? So business or website name. Or you can have profile name and business name, right? So it really just depends on how you want to set up. This one's good because, again, if you have people, it's like this is the person's name coming from Digital REM or coming from your website, whatever the case may be. So you can set that up however you want to do. You can also create your subject line. My dream website was sent you a new message, right? We called our example website our dream website. So we're sending you a message. You can set this up now where, again, when you send out these messages, it's going to automatically have that as a subject line, unless you change it in the actual message communication or email communication, right? Boom. All right, and you can send a test email, and this is also a place where if you do have a actual business email, like an info@digitalrem.com, you can set that up here, so you can get business email, or you can use your Google, or you can use your Gmail, however you really want to set this up. So if you have get business email, you can pretty much sync that up through that, right? We're going to save changes real quick. All right, so profile and team, your profile. This is your personal profile. So whoever is logged in right now, whatever team member is logged in right now, that's going to be the person who's doing this. So if you're going to be, this is your profile. So what is your name? So I would be Chris, right? And this would be my profile name, right? And you can create your email signature, all of this stuff here. So again, you can create your email signature. Every time you send out an email, this will be at the bottom. So you don't have to put, sincerely, comma, Chris, and all of this stuff. You can just put sincerely, comma, and then it'll automatically populate everything for your signature, or everything after that with this right here. So that's very, very valuable, right? I'm gonna leave it at Digital REM. Because this is a test website, I'm going to just leave it at Digital REM, right? I'm going to put this at Digital REM. All right? And again, you can invite people. So invite people to set up their profiles, set up their email signatures and things like that. You can invite people to do that. Again, as you grow your team, this is exactly what you want to do. We're going to save these changes. You go on automation here, and automation is going to be a totally different lesson. Automation essentially will allow you to, like it says, set up automation. So automation being like, if this happens, it's going to automatically do something else. Or if this thing happens, it's going to automatically trigger another thing to be done. So a good example I could come up with off the top of my head, let's even use these, like greet new visitor with a chat message. When somebody visits your website, you might have it where a chat message pops up like, hey, hello, how you doing? How can we help you? Welcome to our page. How can we help you? Through a chat bubble on the side. Or like we talked about before, auto reply to chat message. So somebody chat messages you and like, hey, I'm looking to try to do this. You might have an auto reply that has either we will get back to you later, or a form, or something like that. That kind of auto replies where you're not missing a potential opportunity to interact with one of the people that are interested in your site. So again, a lot of these little triggers that you can set up beforehand, right? And these are called automations. So these automations can be set up beforehand. And then These automations are not only limited to this, but we're going to talk about that in a different lesson. But these automations can go into marketing and all kinds of different things in regards to your business. So with that being said, let's see what else we got. That was the last tab. So boom, so there it is. Those are the inbox settings that are in the WIX settings. Very, very important to go ahead and set these up now. If you starting to have your team, if you have your team, go ahead and set this up now. Again, there's a lot of the foundation things. I was gonna say fundamental, but foundation things that you want to set up, because again, when you're sending out those emails, having that signature, having that profile name, all of this stuff is just gonna look so much more polished. Your presentation is gonna be a lot better than if you didn't set this up before. So that's why I'm sharing this with y'all. Like, do the settings first. I know you want to hop in and do the images, but do the settings first, and you're gonna get through it. We're gonna rock out on the back end, and everything's gonna look so good as far as the experience for your actual visitors. So with that being said, I will see you all in the next lesson. Hopefully you found some value in the inbox settings. I know I always find value in all of the settings, but found value in the inbox settings because this is one of those ones that is very important. Like how to communicate with whoever's visiting your site, super important. And now you know where to find those settings to make that interaction even better. So with that being said, I will see you all in the next lesson. Later, y'all. Peace.